scene is set for Perth by night. A coterie has been told to present themselves, and they've been directed towards one of the parks in Perth. And in the middle of a grove, they find a figure sitting there, reading a book. And as they approach, he continues sitting reading the book.
Guys, Felicity, or Fixit as she is more known to, is actually looking
He's
at
putting
the,
up his hand.
Dr.
He turns
Doolittle
the
will simply
page,
put his finger on her lips, just
and he finishes the chapter, puts a bookmark in, and then closes the book. Carry on.
Dr. Claw, for his part, seems to be chewing on something.
He's peering at you, as if he's using some kind of discipline to tell if you're actually the canines who were sent to come
Oh,
here.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because he got the Blush of Health thing, and if you use Auspex, this is not a canine.
Are any of you coming up as canines?
I am.
I am. Oh, by the way, I'm sucking a popsicle.
All right. Dr. Doolittle will simply.
He's kind of looking so strangely at Dr. Claw for a minute and just kind of eyes narrow.
Dr. Claw, for his part, gets out a blood red gum, like chewing gum, and it's like, sorry.
Rafat Duta is also there with them, and he says, Arkham Marquand, these are the members of the coterie that was meant to be here.
What?
Adder
He's not
Black?
the prince? Oh.
No. Adder Black of Clan Gangrel, Tommy McKay of Clan Gangrel, and Felicity Tennant of Clan Tremere. Rafat did, as you were coming in, seem a little bit confused as to why you were meeting here. He seems a little bit surprised at the Archon's ears. Yes, I spoke with the prince. He's a little predisposed. You'll be able to present yourself properly to him later on. To the prince. Now tell me...
So this letter, do I give that to you then?
Yes.
Okay.
Take it. And he'll just look it over.
It's a letter from Vienna. It gives her the, well, actually the, it basically says that she had to report here in
And
Perth.
he'll hand it to Rafat. You should probably hold on to this for the moment. Rafat just nods. Now, you're late for some of the action, but the kindred here I found Perth is full of surprises. I'm sure you'll be an asset. And he looks at the two men in particular, and not do the clan any shame. Don't expect favors. Now, what is it you hope to achieve in Perth?
Well, if I'll speak for the group just a tiny bit, I myself, Dr. Doolittle, this is what we call ourselves, I should say. I myself, Adder, my dear friend Tommy, we are very, very connected with each other. We happen to fall from the same bloodline, as it were. And we are quite affectionate towards this little miss here, Felicity. We, during our travels, became very, very close. Perth happens to be one of our terminal destinations. We want to settle here, see if we can't build up our own resources, and just genuinely stay out of the way of anybody else who has any big plans for the city. We just simply want to find a place here, stay for a little bit, see if it works out, and if it doesn't, well, my blood at least will call me elsewhere.
Good. I see. Well, we've heard word that certain favors are being called in your favor, which will help you secure some territory. We'll leave the exact details to be sorted out in due time. Consult with what areas are being held, and that he looks them over appraisingly once more. And the two of you should know that there is another Camarilla gangrel in the city, aside from ourselves. It is Mr. Creed. He is an ancilla of the clan. You will find him a little difficult to get into contact with for the next while. He's busy with a few things. The player's not going to be around for a while, so. And of course, Miss Tennant, you'll.
Yeah. What?
But I think this will suffice for now. And I wish you all the best of luck. I'll be staying in Perth for some time yet, it seems. And he'll stand up and say, I hope to hear good things about all of you. It could be Felicity, just in Felicity's mind, but as he looks over the group, his eyes seem to linger almost disapprovingly on her for just a few seconds more, sullying this gangrel clan with her appearance. Clearly he disapproves of her, as her botched presentation flaw would have us believe. Anything else?
No, my good sir, you've done us more than the pleasure of giving us this amount of time. However, as we go into the city and explore and find out more things about it, is there any advice that you can give us about, places we should go or recent events that we should know about before jumping in?
I will leave Mr. Dutta to make ye generally more aware. He keeps abreast, he's primogenitor for his clan. And with that, the Archon will, well, put the book into his pocket, turns into a bird, and just flies away.
And as he does, Tommy pops back in the chewing gum.
Felicity or Fixit is actually during the meeting she kept crawling closer and closer to Dr. Claw until she actually stands behind him. And now that the Archon is gone, she just looks at the two of them. She says, "Oh my God, what the fuck? That guy is so creepy."
What do you mean he's so creepy? He is simply a kindred.
Yeah.
Rafat's being nice enough to take a keen interest in a, something off in the distance, pretending he didn't hear that bit.
What do you mean? What's wrong with the boss man?
I don't know, but he definitely doesn't like me, guys. Oh crap!
The
Did you not see
Archon.
how he looked at me? Did you actually not see how he looked at me?
The Archon is an important man. He has much to do, and I'm sure he has duties elsewhere that are calling him. But let me tell you of some of the recent events in the city of late. Some of these you might be able to meet with the others. I'll let you know next time. I kind of run a establishment where people can procure amount of blood, some of it alcoholic, some of it not. And there's a couple of areas we're going, and he'll actually take out an iPad and he'll go off, and it won't have like the areas on the map, but he'll open up kind of a paint program or whatever, and he'll show, drawing by hand, here are the areas, and describe to them where the current boundaries of the different domains owned are. He'll explain regarding the rather large one that is a temporary one, and that is for a visiting dignitary, someone who should be hopefully of aid to the court. And he'll go off, and once he's got that done, there are a few coteries already in the city, though yours is most welcome. I am a member of the Lion's Mane, though we count now one other Primogen amongst the number, and a hand, because he doesn't know that Leon Harris has stepped up yet. But there's also the Forgotten, who have the Bruja and the Nosferatu Primogen. There are several Ancilla and Neonates. Only the Prince is an Elder, as well as the Archon and our visiting dignitary. So it is quite a young city. You will find yourself capable of opportunities. Myself, another coterie mate of mine, Leon Harris, the Malkavian hand, both entered this city as Neonates, and we have been raised up in status for our duties and what we have done, as well as this. There are others. Primogen Creel of the Bruja has been recognised. So, if you do your jobs well, be good. The sheriff is Eric Salvador of Clan Toreador. Now, that said, more, specific recent events. Some of these are going to sound rather bizarre, but he'll move the map over to the side. This area is King's Botanical Garden, and though we've cleared stuff out, perhaps if you're going to go there, don't go alone. We came across some unusual beings there, including we found a lot of corpses, and he'll kind of look towards two Gangrel, although she's a Tremere too, so he'll look towards her. If we believe some of them were lupine in nature.
I'll be very, very honest with you, my Rafat. That's not very comforting news in this city.
We didn't find any of them living. As well as this, we're almost on an island, and the waters are dangerous. I not speak merely of the desert. We're quite isolated, but even in the water itself, we have reason to believe there are predators that would not take kindly to us there. So I'd be careful about any boating trips you're planning. We had one of our number investigating something, and something paid attention to him. Something very powerful tracked him back to his haven and destroyed him before leaving. But we haven't heard of any such thing since, and we were keeping our guard up. As well as this, there are some other unusual individuals in the city. There was a member of the Sabbat who masqueraded as a Autarchus of Clan Gangrel. He has been dealt with. We were not so foolish as to inform him of all of our dealings. However, we had some difficulties in that he had corrupted a member of to a degree, a member of the court. Now, that said, I won't give you the details of where, but you might hear details talking about. There is a member of the bloodline called a Harbinger of Skulls. This one is a member of the Ashira sect. You may or may not have heard of that sect or that bloodline. But he is an elder, and that is a matter for the sheriff and the Primogen Council. He hasn't been aggressive. It's been a while since he was first encountered. He certainly hasn't caused any problems. Unfortunately, he'll move the map and point out he'll point out where the rack is, so they can hunt. Of course, your own domain is still being decided upon for the area. And there is the area here. There was one of the war coaches out conquered the city, the enforcers. There was a remaining anarch who used the powers of domination to subvert their will and turn them against the Camarilla. Feeding rights were granted there for all those who helped them bring them down. But that said, there are probably still anarchs here who took grievous injuries, moved back to very well-hidden havens and fell into torpor. They could wake up in a few months, a few years, decades, possibly a century from now. Beware of that. But I'm sure you'll be able to carve out a position for yourselves in the city. And as I said, it is a court full of opportunities for the young who are ambitious, competent, and loyal enough to secure such things. Let's see. That is broad strokes. I can issues. Yes. This area here will point out the area which is entrusted to Clan Tremere as rewards for some of their actions during the taking of the city. This is the Tremere domain. Of course, as tenants, you have rights to feed there, but you two gentlemen, well, unless it's on official business with myself or such, should respect the boundaries. But that said, if, as I said, I'll contact you next time we're opening the gathering of the place known as the Trench. You will be able to introduce yourselves to some of the others, perhaps run to Mr. Creed. And it's not in Elysium. It is somewhere a bit more informal, although obviously, given our natures, there's some small amount of politicking going on there. Sometimes a little more than a small amount, but it is less formal, more relaxed, though we have strict rules, which I'm glad to say people don't tend to break. You're not breaking the rules of Elysium, but in the rules there's still big counter-dues. You go in, well, if you go off and attack somebody, you're going to owe them and the house an awful lot of boons. And possibly some money. But those are broad strokes. I don't know if any of you hold ambitions towards position of Hound or Harpy or any such, but if you do, well, you might as well speak up now. I might be able to drop your names in at the right time.
Nah.
We'll have to look around the city a little bit more before making such a decision.
Question.
Yes.
I don't have to live in Tremere territory, right?
No, you do not. However, we will have, from time to time, certain duties we need you to perform. Some of these are regular. The facilities will be made available to you. You'll find some of them quite useful.
Okay, sure. Whatever.
But right now, I think one of the best things you can get from yourself is just to get settled in with your coterie, start proving your worth, and, well, what is the name of your coterie?
We're the Grasshoppers.
I think we went ahead and... Yeah, exactly.
Ah. Well, fair enough. But I'm sure the Grasshoppers will be doing well. But the best thing you can do is make yourselves known, get useful, maybe get a boon or two off people, or, well, at least develop a good reputation. No harm in it. And in time, I hope to hear good things about all of you. Any other questions?
Actually, I do have a few questions, but I do not think that you are necessarily in a position to answer them, simply because I need to do my own research into this area. I did a little bit, mostly on the interwebs, about the different conservationist movements here. So, if you come across anything about that and pass it along to me, Well, that'd be pretty damn good for me.
I know a few things. You may wish to speak with Leon Harris. He's not exactly focused on that area, but he's very involved in cult groups, and there's a little bit of overlap between the interest groups, and he might be able to point you in the right direction. Indeed, he knows about such things. One of the few bit of advices I would give you is, well, Malkavians, as you know, have a habit of catching on to things. Maybe just through the powers of the blood or other means, they often notice things. The senses of Leon are particularly keen. If he thinks something is wrong, pay attention. He's not always right, but he's mostly right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I look forward to meeting with you all. Hopefully, well, your first drink in the trench will be free. I'll see you there at some future point.
Thank you very much, my good sir. Do you mind if we take the room for a second just to talk amongst ourselves?
Well, you're in the middle of a park, so I'll say, well, I'll see you later and get settled in Felicity. I'll meet up with you at some future point, but tonight, well, I hope you all have fun. Rat will head off.
Can we go ahead and look for some kind of gazebo just to lean against, my good sir?
No gazebos. Gazebos are the devil. Yeah, you can find a goddamn gazebo. Your attacks do nothing to it. Your protein claws, it's a gazebo.
Exactly. Let's go find the impenetrable gazebo, shrink from its presence, but eventually come to our senses by walking up to it, just sitting on one of the benches. As Dr. Doolittle is going to lean back against the wooden seat that's painted white and look at his two co-roommates and say, well, we're here now. What do we do?
Yeah. Find a place to sleep.
Yeah, man. That sounds like a good idea.
I don't know. When are we gonna... I don't like the fact that they sent me this way. It's just cool that you guys are also coming.
Hey, you're part of the coterie.
Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
You're awesome.
Hey, you got a place within Clan Gango as far as I'm concerned.
Look, guys, get serious, get serious. I know, like, a few safe houses around here that aren't going to ask a lot of questions, but we need a place to stay. We need some kind of domain. We need to, you know, patch it, make sure it's protected, make sure that we have enough people walking through it just so we don't starve.
Yeah.
Well, do we, like, have the map or something? Do we have a map?
Smartphone technology, my good sir.
See, what brings out a phone.
We have a domain. It will be contacted with you in very short order. It's just, you know, I haven't asked you out of character. The Archon will recognize whatever the hell you have that's not fucking taken. I didn't ask you before to see.
Exactly.
Stop judging me.
I think it actually was something like
Exactly.
Park or something like
Exactly.
that.
What I'm asking is, what is... Yeah. What I'm asking to the coterie is just like these general questions. Okay, where are we going to stay? This is the question we're answering.
So I wanted to go to the
Park?
but apparently there's something wrong there.
Different park.
There's not a lot of parks in Perth.
Well, I thought the place was actually quite green, but
Holy...
might be me.
Whoa. No, your character's a map in front of him. There are shit tons of birds.
I know.
You're lying.
I know.
There's like,
Botanical
not
Park.
enough.
Yeah,
Not enough.
That thing's bigger than Central Park. Damn, you're right. Shouts a random stranger.
But's presentation rolling over and over again, but Adder continues on saying, you know, if push comes to shove, we can always spend a few nights in the river.
They didn't just warn us not to go into the water?
Like in Melbourne. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, I don't want to do Melbourne again.
Let's not do that, Doctor.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you have your? I
Let's
have
fix
my
this.
emergency bag with me. I have my emergency bag. We could go ahead and take one of these apartments and set it up as a dark room if we really, really need to. It's just these things are stopgap solutions. I want something more permanent. We're going to be staying here for a while. I'd rather have something more permanent.
Well,
Wait.
maybe we should first make it a temporary until we're actually sure that we are staying here for a while. I mean, no offense, but the things that I hear and see around here, not much fun. Not cool.
No. Things that come from the sea and eat people.
Yeah, and they actually have a botanical garden and you can't actually go there. Seriously. I'll have to create my own.
So,
I mean, we need the grass.
did the boss man give us like other domains of people so we don't trespass?
They just showed right
Yeah.
on the iPad.
I wasn't really paying attention.
Damn it, Dr. Claw.
I was looking at the surrounding, dude.
Okay,
Fair enough.
let's just do this. First things first, place for the night. I mean, and then we can, after we got that, we can just set up like the rest, right?
Right,
Oh,
right. Fair enough. Fix it. Do we still got money?
She looks in the back of her pocket, grasps out her wallet, goes through it. We'll have enough to rent for 1 or 2 nights, I think. But after that, I mean, it's not like we don't have enough money, but we can't just go and, you know.
No, starting renting is cost you way too much. But maybe we can get like an apartment for a week or so at the most.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Doodle actually goes ahead and, shifts a backpack on his back. I got the stuff to make it all sunproof.
Cool.
That's why you're a doctor.
And besides, the fun thing about actually being in an apartment is that they actually have a furnace. We can finally add to our provisions again,
That's actually... but it's probably one of those gas stoves.
At least it's something. Come on. We'll look for better when we get them. Couldn't we just try for, if we're actually gonna go for something more permanent, couldn't we just try to see if we could set up Haven in like a restaurant or a restaurant in the park or something like that? It would be amazing. Like all the facilities.
Electrical ovens and
stoves. Exactly. That would be totally awesome. You know what I can do with that shit?
Oh, if you could start a restaurant.
Uh-huh.
Ooh, restaurant. That actually sounds... Oh, you're gonna make me water down here.
Oh, I'm kind of
You're gonna make me salivate.
I'll make it.
Who else is hungry?
Oh, totally. Do we still have anything left, Doctor? Doctors?
He produces like a Ziploc bag with a bloody steak. I got something.
Ooh. We really need to. I still have some popsicles, but most of them are back in the car in the cooler.
Oh, yeah. Which
I think
ones?
I actually made some cake with, well, stuff in it. But I think most of it is actually crumbled, and she just once again goes in, looking into one of her sacks. Oh, right, here it is, and she pulls out a plastic bag with like mostly crumbled cake, but you can see those little green spickles still in there. I got it.
I'll have what?
No, it's gotta be just take a hand out of it and put it in your mouth because I can't really cut slices anymore from this.
And he takes a steak in as well. Well,
Dr.
Good.
Ludwell is going to visibly abstain from partaking simply because he needs to keep a cool head if he's going to keep his coterie afloat.
alright. So, let's get ourselves a bar room somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Alright.
she's not as well. It's good, no?
Here.
But yeah, let's find a place for the night, and then maybe we can do some reconnaissance if we actually have enough time left. But after that, I think, like I said, a restaurant would sound nice.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to go ahead and get in touch with the domestics around here. The cats, dogs, strays, stuff like that.
Oh,
Ugh.
I thought you meant like the locals.
No, I need to get in touch with them anyways, but I needed to go talk to the local wildlife, see what's around and what's good.
Yeah, I'll probably also get in touch with the locals. See what's going on the streets.
I can see if there's.
Okay, listening.
Well, no, fix it. Come on, don't call me that.
Fix it. Just go ahead. What are you gonna do?
Huh? Well, at least I'm gonna make sure that no one is ever gonna call me Felicity or Miss Tennant or stuff. Oh my God! But other than that, I'll have to probably report to my clan. Fucking hell. Sometimes. Really.
Sounds boring.
Okay, fix it.
Is.
How long is that gonna take?
I don't know.
Okay,
I mean,
give me the
I need
money. I'll go ahead and
find
make.
out what kind of tasks they have for me, what they want from me, how long that's gonna take on a regular basis or not. I don't even know if they have a freaking country or something in this place.
Okay, fix it. Just I'll go ahead and make the arrangements at some local boarding house. Just give me the money. I'll talk with the people. Make sure they go ahead and accept us, and I'll make sure it's all light-proof before the morning.
Awesome. She just throws
Awesome.
him the wallet after getting like $10 out of it.
All right. I will text you 2 a.m. If I haven't texted you by 2 a.m., text me because something may have gone wrong, and we'll have to go ahead and swim with the fishes.
Uh-uh. I don't want to swim with the fishes. Certainly not after they said there's stuff in the water, guys. Seriously.
No more Melbourne.
Hey, worst case scenario, I'll ask my spirit, whatever, if they find a place suitable for stay.
Oh, whatever.
Hey,
Doctor, fix it.
well,
I'll go ahead and text you in like a few. At which point he just goes ahead and does a backward step and simply walks out of the scene.
Yeah, right.
Hey, you want to eat that cake before go?
Well, I'm just gonna get myself acquainted with the locals,
Okay.
since you have to do stuff.
I'll see what they want from me here.
I can stay on lookout if you want me.
Go do your stuff. I'll find my own way. I know where to go.
Alright.
Oh, well, if you could drop me off there, that would be great, and I don't actually have to pay for a cab. I don't know how far a walk is.
Cool. As they walk off across the park to a motorcycle, he gives her a helmet, revs. Obnoxiously loud, actually. And drives her to where she needs to be.
Awesome. And I think with that we can call it scene. Cool, cool.